So I'm taking a pause from the worst holiday to record this Halloween story that I've just finished writing. It's about 600 words long, so shouldn't bore you senseless to listen to the whole vid. It's called Nina et al. About to go back into the playhouse, a group I presumed to be drunk approached me. One of them got closer to me than the others, showcasing her beaming face as she complimented my cape and mullet. I told her she was wearing a wonderful smile. She told me her name was Nina, which made me think of the Ed Sheeran song. She shared my passion for him. For Halloween month, I had set myself a challenge to do scary things if I thought they could pay off. Tonight felt like the right time. Nina, would you and your friends like to join me and mine? They looked at each other and nodded. Where do you think you would have gone if Nina hadn't stopped to compliment me? I inquired from her mates, named Simon and Ben. Back to hers to watch 13 Reasons Why, Simon said. But Scrabble is much more jolly, Ben confirmed, before scoring 5 points with a classic Michael Jackson Halloween song. A back piece's worth of whiskey later, the pub had closed and we were shattered. But my friend reminded me that I had agreed to sleep in the cathedral to raise money for shelter. Sorry, Cass. I didn't get any sponsors, I announced. We'll sponsor you £10 each, everyone else immediately agreed, including all 5 folks in a family that had just overheard while emerging from the theatre. They said they would only have spent the money on a taxi back, but instead were staying round Nina's in Tombland. I suggested to Cass that we also donated our taxi money and gave sleeping on that hard, cold ground a miss. Excellent idea, chimed in the host of several more than anticipated. I am sure I can fit you all in. Nina welcomed us to her house, St. Augustine. You know what? I only live down the road, said my friend Mac, shakily. There's no need for me to stay the night, especially with the limited space you have. In that case, 2 no longer need to squish into my tent for 1. Where do you all want to sleep? The family of 5 decided first. The spare double bed for the parents, the sofa for the smallest child, and the heated treehouse for the twins. Cass and my other friend Ella chose the remaining space in the treehouse. My other friend Jack went into the tent. Simon, Ben and Marcy decided on the bongo. That left Nina and I, who settled in her room in the same soft sleeper. This distracted me from Mac's message about a ghost of a girl that starved to death, boarded up with plague sufferers, being said to haunt the premises. Nina and I had just finished watching a film that had us establish who we were going to call. We had been cuddling constantly and gave each other's cheeks 69 pecks. We blew raspberries and formed hickeys on each other's bellies. Then we began to snog. In between lip contact, I announced how I was loving it more than I had ever loved McDonald's. Then when our tongues made contact, Nina turned into a ghost. I immediately messaged Mac to thank them for their warning and apologise for dismissing it. Making out with air was rubbish. But since I wasn't ready to go to sleep, and neither was anyone else, I went individually to everyone's nightly lodgings and penned portraits of all on the final 8 pages of my sketchbook, ghosting Nina until sunrise, when she flumped on top of me to ensure I finally lay down and slept. After 8 hours, she played Nina by Ed Sheeran on her speaker at full volume and brought us both mushrooms shaped into skulls on toast. She told me that the others went to Cafe 33 for breakfast and weren't planning on coming back.